So therefore, my first shot, because I know we're too bad we don't have can go away on a retreat someplace. It was a film called The Confession, and it was being directed by a man named William Dieterle, who came to America with Max Reinhardt, and they did A Midsummer Night's Dream with Mickey Rooney, and he was directing this picture called The Confession, which was made on the island of Jamaica. At the same time, Dr. No was being made, the first Bond, and at the same time that A High Wind in Jamaica with Anthony Quinn was being made, that Alexander McKendrick was doing it. At any rate, I was starring Ginger Rogers and Ray Milland, and I was playing a deaf-mute Alessandro, and the brother, the younger brother of Maximilian and Maria Schell, was playing my friend, and I was acting drunk. I didn't know how to act, but I thought this seems all right. I was drunk, and somebody says, "Cut!" And an elderly man walked up to the camera, to the director, and he said, "He's breathing too loud, spoiled the take." And I thought, Gewalt, if any of you know that. I don't even know how to breathe right. How am I ever going to learn how to act? That was my first shot.
Your first collaboration with Robert Altman followed shortly afterwards, a few years afterwards. And I understand that you didn't quite get off on the right foot initially.
No, we got off on the right foot. But then in the course of the work, because Donald was cast first, and then Bob Altman asked me to have lunch in the commissary at 20th Century Fox with Donald. And I know the first contact, because this is also a very competitive field, and in relation to employment, and there are millions of us, and there's not that much work. And so we had lunch, and I kind of knew, I felt we didn't really like one another, and we're very different. Very, very different. I had seen him in Dirty Dozen and thought he was great, and I don't know if he'd ever seen me, but we got along great in the work. We just did great, but neither of us got Bob. And Bob, who was, I'll tell you what he said to me later on. Bob Altman said, "I learned how to put it together in chaos, and so I create chaos in which to put it together." And I thought, and I may have said, it's a little criminal to me because you're working with experts. Well, my success was helpful to us. And the audience, I don't know whether it's been published or what, but when I came to California to meet him, and he offered me the Tom Skerritt's part in the picture, and I said, I don't ever question an offer, because all I want to do is work and participate and collaborate, but I'll drive myself crazy being an American Southerner. I probably could fool some people, because I do musical work, even though I don't read or write. I can't read a note, but I have an ear, and so I said it'll be very intense for me to be an American Southerner, but this guy, Trapper John McIntyre, I've got the juice. If you haven't cast it and the parts available, I've got what it takes and what you need and want for it. I've got this energy. This is the way I am, and so he let me cast myself.